a look at tonight's starting lineup brought to you by Adidas. Sky can also use Sylvia Fowles at her best.
Yeah, she needs to have a big game, needs to be efficient inside. 19 points, 11 boards in that first game. She's going to have to try to take it at Brittany Griner.
And as far as the Phoenix Mercury go, what a complete performance from Diana Taurasi in Game 1.
She just continued the excellence she showed all season long. Maya Moore was the MVP of the WNBA this season, but Diana Taurasi is the best player in the world, and she's been showing it here in the playoffs.
19 points, 11 assists in Game 1 for Diana Taurasi. Phoenix.
We saw a lot of layups for getting to the rim.
On the bench, Phoenix was leading 7-4 when she checked out. It's a 10-5 Mercury lead. Deladon got it.
Defensive breakdown by Phoenix Mercury. I don't know that we saw one obvious defensive breakdown like that in Game 1. That's what happens when players who don't get a lot of time get in early in the game.
Here's Dupree, who started Game 1 10 of 10 at 26 points. In the corner, it's Taylor off on a 3. Fowles able to corral. Vandersloot trying to push the kick. Quigley run off the line. Can't bury the jumper. Fowles keeps it alive and then turns it over. Taylor took over, but it's going to be a foul on the floor.
How could it be on the floor? As soon as she catched it, she shot it.
Sylvia Fowles gets hit with her second foul as she hit Coburn.
What's interesting to me, Ryan, is Brittany Griner comes back in the game. Sylvia Fowles is going out, because I'm curious if Brittany Griner thinks that the hit to her eye was intentional or not. I'm eager to see when Fowles comes back in, what that battle is going to be like between those two bigs.
For now, Fowles on the bench with a second personal. And so instead, in for Chicago, you have Markeisha Gatling as Taylor buries the jumper. Gatling, a rookie out of NC State, going to have a tough time with Brittany Griner. Shot clock all the way down to 7. Vandersloot. Quigley will pop. Off the mark, Deladon on the follow, bucket, and the foul.
Great sign for two reasons for the Chicago Sky. Not only Elena Deladon scoring, but her willingness to go to the rim and get a rebound. When her back has really bothered her, she stays and floats outside on the perimeter when the ball goes up. Great sign for Chicago.
Chicago in this series is 19 of 20 from the line. Holly, you sense a feistiness from Chicago tonight?
Well, you know, they've been known as the comeback kids all these playoffs for coming back late in games, but they just know Phoenix is too good. So Pokey Chapman told us earlier today, the comeback kids are over. We need to be the come out and throw the first punch kids, and they've done that tonight. This is a much different, more aggressive Chicago Sky team than we have seen perhaps throughout the whole playoffs.
You know what, Holly, and the interesting thing, too, is, Rebecca, if you're looking now, Markeisha Gatling just got hit with a foul. You see the comebacks that Chicago has had throughout the playoffs, but there have been a lot of whistles in this first quarter. Do you attribute that to officials being a bit whistle happy or the increased physicality?
I think it's the increased physicality more than anything. What a great offensive rebound by DeWanna Bonner. But Holly's got to come up with something better than to come out and throw the first punch, kids, because that just doesn't have quite the same ring to it.
It doesn't roll off the tongue?
No.
Bonner on another steal. She's been a defensive wizard all year, and she cashes in with 2.
DeWanna Bonner quiet in Game 1, only 6 points, a big presence already here in the first quarter.
3 steals in the quarter for Bonner. Jamira Faulkner, another rookie, trying to take control of the offense. Here's Breland. Got it.
That's the idea. That's what Jamira Faulkner does so well with her quickness, is get in the paint, draw Brittany Griner, and then pass out, occupy Griner so she can't block the jumper.
Shea Murphy into the game for Phoenix. Here's Bonner again, and the foul. DeWanna Bonner letting everybody know when she needs to, she too can take control.
She does such a great job of knifing through the lane. So slight of frame that she can slide through the spaces. Gets in there. Look at the English on that. Wrapping it around a couple times before it drops through.
Bonner, a 3-time 6th Woman of the Year. Appears in 70 straight regular season games. Durable for this team, has been a defensive stalwart this year, something Sandy Brondello thinks hasn't gotten enough attention. She has been a difference maker in this first quarter of game 2. Great switch by Candace Dupree on that pick and roll. Here's Breland, over Bonner, got it to go. Bonner has scored the last 7 for Phoenix. They lead by 5, 45 seconds left in the first. Phillips with an offensive foul as Quigley took a shot to the ear.
Brittany Griner came over to set the screen, but she was still moving and got called for the foul. It makes me crazy when bigs pick up fouls outside the three-point line.
So that is indeed number 2 on Brittany Griner. 2 on Griner, 2 on Diana Taurasi. Quigley looking inside.